Hello everyone, and again, thanks for joining me and thanks for being here. Today I've got another video of the 3D department, and it's about the drow as well. This is the hair that I did for her. It's a bit special, as you can see, because as usual I started with a simple tube. In this work I wanted to try and emulate braided hair. So what you can see right now is me trying to start with a side braid. The idea was two braids on the side that meet in the middle, and one in the center that goes from the front of the head, from the hairline to the back. And then there will be a braided tail downwards. What's special about this is that this is the first hair that I actually rigged, and right now I'm at the special part because I added some smaller hairs, and as you can see I've used the tessellate tool to cut around one of the points and extrude then the faces that came out of it. Actually, this wasn't the best idea. I had another work where I did similar, the princess hair, if you remember, or the I think it's called princess hair, and there I used a whole edge. In this case I used the points, which was a test, and it wasn't that it didn't work that well. It didn't work as intended. It is an interesting look, it's a unique look, and I will keep it for this hair, but next time I will again work with extruding an edge rather than a simple point, or in this case tessellate and then extrude, but it's basically extruding the point in itself. As I said, I've rigged the hair in the end, and this is something that I have to redo at some point. Because currently the rig is working as intended. I can move the hair, but, and this is a big but, I kind of messed up how the hair is sitting on the head, or rather when I morph the head in different shapes, cartoon style or whatever, then the hair isn't morphing with it. So what I need to do is I need to redefine the bones of the hair. So this is something I have to try. I have actually put a lot of time into it already. I had a longer weekend this week. I had 2 days, and I spent most of this with improving on the actual clothing of the drow. So you at the end you will see the new render, which is the drow again, but I've changed mostly the clothing of the shoes and the clothing of the leg. And I also rigged the hair, which took a lot of time and effort. I also rigged the whip and gave her a new one. So basically the whip is a bit new. And I also started to make the animation of the months. So next week when I release around next week when I release the animation, it will be the drow with her whip and everything. I just didn't actually have enough time to finish it, sadly. So this is that. Anyhow, back to the project. You can see that I'm right now that I have made 3 different hair bases, basically. So this is hair 1, hair 1, 2, 3. And that I am mix matching them so that I have different ideas. The idea was that the tubes would overlap and basically give the idea of strands by getting pulled into the braid. But yeah, it didn't work like I wanted to. It didn't work as intended. So I guess if I want to do a braid, first off I have to look at even more examples, and then work with even more sketches and probably longer tubes. So braided hair is definitely something I want to do at some point better than this is right now. still, the look that I achieved is something I like. It's working for this kind of character, for the drow as a character, how she is. This is fine, and yeah, I'm gonna keep it for her. Right now, I'm working on the this is the start of the braid down. So as you can see, the idea is basically just to copy it down. This was the first try where I was looking, okay, does this look okay? Does this look like I want to? And it did. So the braid is basically, each part is basically two things, and I did the same idea again. I extruded, I tessellated around a point and then extruded this these faces until I was satisfied. It looks a bit weird, I know, but it's a test. It was a test, and I'm okay with it, how it looks. It's not perfect, but it's really, at this point, it's good enough. And yeah, actually rigging this was a bit complicated because I had to try different approaches. At one time I had rigged the whole hair, but there were a lot of clipping, and you could see all the open ends, and it wasn't really what I wanted. So I had to combine all the pieces of the tail of the braided tail that goes downward into one. I had to meld them into one big piece, and then I had to redo that. And as you can see, also I had quite a few breaks where the program just shut down, where a hexagon crashed and I had to redo it. I'm leaving this in today, so yeah, this is something that happened quite a lot with making this, and also in the rigging process a few times. The rigging process actually is not detailed here. I did the rigging process for something else, so if you want to look how this works, first off, there's better tutorials than what I have been doing here, and I already did it once, so it's not really the point of showing it again. But I will probably at some point show you maybe when I upload the render, the animation, I will show you a short idea of the rigging. So I will probably play around with it in Dev Studio and show you how the finished rig works, depending on if I redo it before and get it to morph with the head or not. I'm still looking into how this actually works. So rigging is something that I definitely have to do more this year if I want to do an animation every month, but it's absolutely worth it. I'm really, it was a lot, even though I had a lot to do this weekend, it was fun to do, and I hope I find I will definitely take the time this week to finish the animation. So you can look forward to that. Anyhow, this is basically how I did the thing. Now you can see that I'm copy pasting down the parts of the head. Yeah, there's a bit of fine tuning there, and I'm also basically changing a bit of sizes, so it's getting thicker in the middle and thinner than to the bottom. I'm also I copy pasted the end of the tail, so this is basically just implementing another hairstyle, copy pasting the end. So there's not that much to do. As you can see here, I'm trying different ends, and I basically decided to go for the scorpion tail end, which worked quite well with this. So this is the final version, and right there you will see the drow render. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you around.